If you've been around my channel for a while, you've heard me talk about making a change in your life, starting something new and stepping outside of your comfort zone. And that's all fine and good, and it's really easy to say, but how do you actually do that, right? You might even be asking yourself that question right now. How do you make a change? How do you start something new? So those are some of the questions that I would like to address in today's video. Guys, please stick around because I've got answers for you coming right up. All right, my friend, welcome back to my channel, and as always, I'm glad that you're here. So real quick, before we get started, if you're new here, once again, welcome. I'm John, and I'm the founder of 40overfashion.com, and I've been creating content that's been helping men look better, feel better, and have more confidence since 2014. So if men's lifestyle topics for grown-ups is something that you can get on board with, please consider subscribing because I'm here twice a week with brand new videos. Okay, when we were younger, it was easy to start up new things because we hadn't done that much yet and there wasn't really anything to lose. However, the older we get, the more resistant to change that we get. It's easy just to do the things that we've always done and just coast through the rest of your life. I get it, right? Why make waves? Why make things more difficult on yourself than they already are? Why choose the rough road when there's a perfectly smooth paved one right in front of you? Here's the deal. Let me use the smartphone as an example. So this is arguably one of the most brilliant technological advancements we've seen in a very long time at the scale that it's become. It's changed the lives of millions of people and it's changed how we communicate. But try handing an iPhone to an average 76-year-old and they'll just hand it back to you, right? They don't want anything to do with it because it's new and it's different and they just don't quite understand it. It's easier to not embrace that new technology at all than it is to try and fail. But that's a decision based on fear. However, what if it could change your life for the better? What if making that change or embracing new ideas could put you on a path and a new trajectory to a life that you never knew you could have? Knowing this, would you still pick the smooth road? Okay, I admit that was a bit dramatic, but listen, nothing good in life is guaranteed or comes easily. The first step in making changes in your life is simply wanting to. They can be big changes or small changes, that doesn't really matter. Everything you want in life is out there waiting for you. You just may need to change your perspective in order to attain those things that you really do want for yourself. All right, guys, so let me jump into a few practical things you can do to help switch your perspective and start experimenting with change. The first thing is this: listen to your intuition. You already know the answer. Your gut is always trying to tell you what you should do. Guys, what does your heart say? What does your heart feel? Because chances are you already feel it and you already know what you're supposed to do. You just kind of have to get out of your own way and let it happen. Stop fighting it. Is it going to be hard? Fuck yes, it might be hard, but nothing worth having comes easy. And I'm not telling you stuff you don't already know, my friend. That's what's so great about being older, is we don't have the time or the patience for any bullshit. Next is this: imagine and visualize your life and how you want that to look. Be realistic though. I mean, I'd love a beach house in Malibu with a Bentley for every day of the week, but that's not realistic for me. I do admire the vision, but let's try to work on this one step at a time. Imagine where you're living. What does that look like? Are you in a different state? Are you in a different part of the world? And who's with you? What would it take for you to get there, and what would you have to change? Okay, how about this? Maybe you visualize a house with a yard instead of the high-rise condo downtown. If the price is comparable, what's stopping you from putting yourself where you want to be? Is it maybe apprehension based on fear? If so, write down those fears, write down those concerns, and then write down all the reasons why a move like that may be better and smarter for you. Now, maybe it wouldn't be smarter, I'm not sure, but if your gut is always trying to tell you to move and you're constantly thinking about it, there's something going on there that you need to pay attention to. I just want to help you key into that voice, recognize it, and listen to it. Next, and I'm glad you're still here, be kind and thankful to others. Why? Because it feels good. I always try to be nice to random people every time I'm out. I'll even go out of my way to hold doors for people or to help pick something up that maybe they dropped. But why? Because it makes me feel good, and I like to feel good. Every once in a while, though, you meet someone who's pretty miserable, and I get it, maybe they're just having a bad day, but it's pretty easy to spot the people who are not happy with their life. And it's so clear these guys are unhappy, but why aren't they doing anything about it? What's better, being miserable all the time or being happy? Now, of course, making Major life decisions isn't something that you should take lightly, but what's the alternative? Regret? Get outside and take a walk. Walk around your neighborhood, or maybe go to a different part of town and just go walk around. Find maybe a new park and go explore. For me, walking is therapeutic, and I do some of my best thinking when I'm out for a walk by myself. I'll turn on like a good audiobook or a podcast, and before you know it, I'm like 5 or 6 miles in and I've made my own list of projects that I want to tackle. Guys, write this stuff down and start checking them off one by one. Change your routine. So this kind of gets back to walking somewhere new, but change your scenery. Go to a different part of town. Instead of waking up at 7, get up at 5:30. Try intermittent fasting. Watch some new documentaries. Whatever your normal routine is, just change that up a little bit. See new places, experience new things and new people if you can. Buy a new pair of shoes that's maybe outside your comfort zone, or wear a suit for no reason. Talk to strangers at the grocery store, or buy your partner flowers just because. If you always go to the same restaurant, go somewhere else. Shake things up. All this new activity that you're doing trains your brain and puts you in a mindset that trying new things is totally okay and fun. Have goals and make progress towards those goals. And remember, the goal is not the finish line. For example, if your goal is to lose 50 pounds, you can't reach the goal and then stop, right? You can't lose 50 pounds and then go back to eating ding dongs and Diet Coke every day. The way I like to gauge success is by making progress. If I'm doing something every day, or at least on a regular basis to reach my goals, that's being successful. Achieving goals are great, don't get me wrong, but if I'm doing nothing to better myself, that's failure in my opinion. I was that guy for a long time, and that is not who I want to be anymore. Hang in there, gentlemen, because I'm almost done here. But before you go, just know this. I want the best for you. I don't mention it that much, but if you want to talk to me one-on-one, there's a link down in the description that you can schedule a Zoom call with me. We can talk about the weather, your wardrobe, cars, shoes. It doesn't matter. Maybe you just need to vent. That's totally fine. The link is down below. Lastly, and if you're still here, hit that thumbs up button to let me know you made it to this point. I feel like I could keep going on and on about this, so I should probably call it here pretty soon. So lastly, go after the things you want in life. Like I said before, your gut is already telling you what to do. You already know what you want. You just have to get out of your own way and go after it because it's out there waiting for you. Visualize yourself in that place with that person doing the thing that you actually want to do. Yes, of course, I know. It's easier said than done. I know, trust me, been there, done that. I'm just here to try to motivate and to do my part to prove that it's never too late and you're not too old to make that change or start something new. You're a valuable human being, my friend, and this world would not be the same without you in it. So if you're not already doing it, start treating yourself like you're valuable. Start treating yourself like you're important, because you are. I promise you that. Okay, so this is where I'm going to go ahead and call it. I know this video was a bit of a rant, but I do hope you got something out of it. If you are a subscriber, that means I'll see you in just a few days for a brand new video. But until then, live well, stay healthy, and I do hope to see you soon.